Do, 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 do. What was that? The Good Life. Good Life theme song. Let's get started with that. Don't see why not. It's good opening music, isn't it? How are we all doing? Are we all right? Thank you for the applause, Justine G. I want to play that again. It's just like for while people are coming in, do you know what I mean? While I'm not really talking yet, because I'm... Justine G, yay, a weekend show. Is it the weekend? I don't know. The days all blur into one. What is a weekend? Thank you, Hannah Reid, for the 50 bars, for the 50 bars. A weekend show, everybody. It's Saturday. It's Saturday night. Thank you, Hannah Reid. It's Saturday night. I'm all alone in my house. That's not an invitation for anyone who may know my address from the dark web. The darkest of webs. I operate on the dark web. I shop at evil Amazon. I wish I was a tortilla. From Jackie C. Good to see we've got the crazies in tonight. Let's see. I wonder if there's any other themes show songs from that, because sometimes when you put something like that into YouTube, it all comes up at the side, doesn't it? What else is there? That was the Good Life. Good Life, Good Life. Great British TV theme tunes quiz. That's just an intro. I know what that is. Well, I already know what the next one is. I only need that little bit. There we go. I know what this is. It's Faulty Towers, isn't it? Must be Faulty Towers. Number 2. It's Dr. Who. Number 3. Yeah. Blackadder. Ab Fab. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Well, that's like a dance version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Coronation Street. Only Fools and Horses. Torchwood. Emmerdale. News? No, Mock the Week? Not Mock the Week. Have I Got News for You? Hate that show. What the hell's that? Is that Gimme Gimme Gimme? I don't know what number 12 is. Who knows? What's this one? Is it one of them decorating shows?
I say I might as well face the truth, but I'm just too
One Foot in the Grave, isn't it?
I started to
There's about 100 of these. Keeping up appearances. Don't know what this is. What's that? Open all hours? No. Are you being served? Heart attack! Top Gear! Red Dwarf! Oh, what's that? Oh God, does anyone... I bet people are probably confused. Hey, Theater Rat, thank you for the bars. God, what's that one? I'm going to play number 21. Not that that means anything to any of you, because you're not watching what I'm not looking at. What's this one? Oh, I wonder if it's got the answers. Yeah. I mean, does anyone know that one? I know what it is. It's one of those ones that people think is like a really big British sitcom, but then it's only for some people. A lot of people don't think it's a big British sitcom because a lot of people didn't like it. But yeah, Justine G, it sounds very familiar because I know I knew I'd seen it, but it's just not. It's not Only Fools and Horses familiar, is it? Does anyone know what that one is? My Andy Merck 282. You've put Hero. Do you mean My Hero? I think you're right. I think you probably guessed it. It's that Hero, that one where the Father Ted guy plays the hero. Well, it was not bad, was it? I mean, there's worse stuff out there now, like Baby Daddy. What else have we got? There's only a few left. Oh yeah, Last of the Summer Wine? No. Last of the Summer Wine. Porridge? 23. No. Sherlock. Oh yes. Live and Kicking? No. It's one of the big talent things, isn't it? Yeah, which one didn't I get? Fawlty Towers, Doctor Who, Dad's Army, Blackadder, Absolutely Fabulous, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Coronation Street, Only Fools and Horses, Torchwood, Emmerdale, Men Behaving Badly, My Family, Gimme Gimme Gimme, One Foot in the Grave, Keeping Up Appearances, Touch of Frost. Yeah, Touch of Frost, I didn't watch that. How's your night going, love? Says Little Miss Devil's Advocate. Yes, going alright. I mean, I don't really think about stuff like that, do you know what I mean? I'm always in the moment, you know? So, yeah, pretty shit. I'm only joking, I'm having a great time. I've having a great time with you guys. Might play a bit of video game stuff later. Let me just try and move this camera, it's not very, oh, that's much better. Might play some video games later. A bit tired, but I'm always tired these days. Hello, Blake Delano. But what have you guys been up to? Because I really care. Go on, tell me what you've been up to. Something shitty, probably. Make sure you sleep, my son. Thank you, Lauren Lillian. I mean, I sleep very well. I sleep a good 8 hours. And I don't wake up in the middle of the night. I go to bed early and I get up early. And I mean that. I'm a morning person. But it doesn't stop me being a little bit tired at the end of the day. What's everyone up to? In bed with the flu, says Melina W. Right. Well, keep yourself warm. Keep yourself protected from the blizzard. And you should be fine. I tend to just fight it, you know. Don't be all, you know, mopey about it, and, you know, stuff yourself with paracetamol and stuff. Fucking fight it, and it'll be over in 3 days. Drinking coffee with Saturday Night Takeaway. How can you be watching Saturday Night Takeaway and this? Oh no, Saturday Night Takeaway's on. That's the worst time to go live. The entire country's watching Saturday Night Takeaway. Shit. The only people watching me now are weirdos from the Netherlands and people who don't have a TV to watch Saturday Night Takeaway. I can even hear them watching Saturday Night Takeaway next fucking door. I have a blood test, says Random Turtle. Why? Have you got a pathogen? There's like a Channel 4 show coming out. I think it's Channel 4. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's, from what I can tell from the advert, they're going to release a fake disease, or maybe not a disease, but like something that they can pick up. Scientists can measure, and they're going to release this and see how fast it travels through England as an experiment to see if we are ready for a pandemic. But my conspiracy mind, I put my conspiracy hat on, and I've got a funny feeling that probably is the fucking disease. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure they're probably just going to release something that can be detected, but it's probably the fucking, you know, it's to make sure that when the disease actually drops in 2020, that all of us are not prepared for it because of that Channel fucking 4 show. But I'll put that in my big book of Black Mirror episode ideas. I like to send a couple of pages of Black Mirror episodes to Charlie Brooker once in a while, just written on the back of takeaway leaflets. He's not picked up any yet, but they're probably a bit too strong, a bit too powerful. Like, I had this idea for an episode where a man gets literally attacked by his phone. You know how people say, like, the phone is really dangerous, you know, but they mean in a kind of, you know, social media way. But what happens if your phone actually started to attack you? And it'd be kind of easy to film as well, because it'd just be like pulling the phone along on a bit of string and then just throwing it at people off camera. And it'd be like, imagine if your phone just literally started attacking you, you know, trying to trip you up. But I don't know, maybe you didn't pick up that idea because it's a bit too complicated, or I suppose it's kind of CGI heavy. Who do you want to win the Best Picture of the Oscars? I don't know. Oh, God. Well, if it's anything like last year, I probably haven't seen any of the Oscar films. Let me put it in. Let me put the Oscars in. I like to try and make sure I don't see any Oscar films at all. Here we go. Nominees. It says nominees and winners. Has it already happened? The Oscars 2018. Let's go on the website. Nominees. And the nominees are: I haven't seen Call Me By Your Name. I haven't seen Darkest Hour. I haven't seen Dunkirk. I haven't seen Get Out. I haven't seen Lady Bird. I haven't seen Three Billboards. I haven't seen The Shape of Water. I haven't seen Streep Hanks. Oh no, it's called The Post. I haven't seen Phantom Thread. Best Actors. I've not seen Phantom Thread, Get Out, Darkest Hour, Call Me By Your Name, Denzel Washington in Roman J. Israel Esquire. What? I've not seen I, Tonya. The Florida Project, I've not seen that. Not seen Three Billboards. All the Money in the World, I've not seen that. I've not seen Mudbound. I've not seen Boss Baby. God, I thought I would have seen that. I've not seen The Breadwinner. I've not seen Coco. I've not seen Ferdinand or Loving Vincent. I've not seen Blade Runner 2049. I've not seen Beauty and the Beast. I've not seen Victoria and Abdul. I've not seen Abacus, Faces, Places, Icarus, Strong Island, or Last Men in Aleppo. That was all documentaries. Short documentaries. I've not seen any of those. Film editing. Oh no, I've seen Baby Driver. I watched that. My sister got me it for Christmas, so I have seen Baby Driver. That's nominated for film editing. Yeah, it should get it. What else is on that one? Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. I've not seen the rest of them. I'd give it to Baby Driver. It's one hell of an editing job. I've not seen any of the foreign language films. Makeup and hairstyling. I've not seen any of that. Oh, music, original score. I've seen Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Mighty River, The Greatest Showman, I've not seen that. God, there's a lot of fucking films here. I've not seen any of the production design nominees. Not seen any of the short films. Sound editing. So again, Baby Driver and The Last Jedi. War for the Planet of the Apes. Oh no, visual effects. Oh, so I have seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Kong. I've not seen The Disaster Artist. I have seen Logan. And I've not seen The Big Sick or Lady Bird. So yeah, apart from Star Wars and Baby Driver and Kong and Logan. But they're all for like editing and stuff. I've not seen any of the nominees for Best Picture. Thank God. I'm going to try harder for 2019. I'm going to try a lot harder to make sure I don't see a single one of them. What's the best film of all times? I don't know. It's usually The Godfather or Empire Strikes Back, isn't it? Can I ask why, says Writing Shard Elizabeth? I don't know, it's just nice to have a project, isn't it? It's just one of those random projects. Some people like to try and make... I've made sure it's Oscar night tonight, we're all getting together and we're going to watch the Oscars. And we've made sure that we've watched every single movie. I do the opposite. I make sure I haven't watched any of them. Call Me By Your Name is actually really problematic, but I ain't going to say anything. You just did. That is such an internet thing. You're such an internet person. I actually find that film really problematic, but I'm not going to say anything. No, don't ask any further questions. No, I'm not going to say anything about it. Let's just say I find it problematic. Why is it problematic? I suppose, yeah, there you go. That's what you really wanted me to say, isn't it? Stop dragging me. Everything is problematic. Yeah, well, yeah, welcome to the human race. The very concept of reality itself is problematic. So you might shit yourself over some films. Yes. I heard there was an age gap. Okay. Oh, it's about gays, isn't it? It's about the gays. Let's have a look at just Best Picture. I do want to see Dunkirk. Oh, actually, out of all the Best Picture, I think I do want to see The Shape of Water and Get Out the most. Because those are the films that I've heard about. I think now that I'm older, and I remember when I was in university, if anybody's an old viewer, and I got one of those books that's like the top 1001 movies, and you watch loads of movies, and I think sometimes when you're a young person, you watch loads of movies to kind of make up for not having a personality yet, if you know what I mean. You put posters up on your wall of your favourite movies, and it's kind of lame. I don't know. Maybe when you get older, you kind of think, do you know what? I don't think Emily and Donnie Darko really represent me anymore. So you move on. So I think when it comes to films, I like to just stick to, when people are talking about a film for months and months, like Get Out, then I'll go and watch it. But obviously lots of people have said good things about Dunkirk, but in my circle of, influence, people aren't going apeshit about it. They did go apeshit about Get Out, so I will watch that. And it's like all these other films, like, Lady Bird, Three Billboards, The Post, with Streep and Hanks in it. I'm sure they're great, but if people aren't losing their minds about it, why bother? Thank you, Rebecca A. Dunkirk is good, but I heard Oscar nominees said it was confusing for some reason. Don't know. I mean, I've heard it's good. I mean, I do like, what's his name, Christopher Nolan, who does the direction of it. He's always good, isn't he? But I feel like maybe I shouldn't bother watching it at all if I'm not going to see it in an IMAX, which is apparently what it was kind of all about, wasn't it? Because it's all big and shit. But thank you, Zakiwi Burton. I know a lot of people these days have fear of missing out. Like, you can't miss that movie. Everyone says you have to watch it. Like, I really hate when you go on Twitter or something and it's like, this is a must-see movie. The unmissable movie. You have to go and see this movie. And it's like, is that maybe just what the advertisers are saying? Do you really have to go and see the movie? Do I have to see Ant-Man and the Wasp? I'm just looking at Twitter moments to see if anything big's happened. Anything, scary in this scary world. Because sometimes there's some freaky shit going on. I don't know. Thank you, Mathilda Nombo. The trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp is awful, says Lottie Hickman. I think I watched that this morning. I think when I have a coffee, I like to put trailers in sometimes. Just put trailers into YouTube and just watch that. Sometimes I feel like watching a trailer, because some of them are about 15 minutes long now. You can kind of get a good idea about it. Like, I quite like the Solo, the Star Wars Solo trailer. I might just leave it at that. Let my imagination fill in the gaps. Chris, are you into Star Wars? I am, yeah. It's a bit like being into Doctor Who, though. I think I dip in and out, I'm really obsessed with Doctor Who. Like, I'll watch all the old stuff, I'll buy the books, I'll read the fucking fiction. But then, because there's no Doctor Who on the telly at the moment, it's all gone. And then when The Last Jedi came out, I got quite into Star Wars, read some of the books. Well, I read one of the books. I bought a visual dictionary, for fuck's sake. But now I'm over it. But I think that's the point. That's why Star Wars, there's always going to be a Star Wars coming out to keep people going. I don't think I've ever had anything in my life that I've constantly been a fan of. It's like, I really love Doctor Who, but I've not really been thinking about it for a long time, but that's because it's not been on the telly. I guess you could say I'm not really a fan, I'm casual. When people say, I'm a casual fan. Except I'm casual, but then with extreme moments of obsession. It usually happens. When Doctor Who comes back on again, I will try and watch loads of the old one again. I'll order some of the old ones from Amazon, watch one of them and go, oh wait, this is old. This is fucking old. I stopped Doctor Who when Matt Smith business. What? Good sentence structure. I stopped Doctor Who when Matt Smith business. So, don't ask me anything else about it. I don't think I'll ever stop watching Doctor Who. I know a lot of people like to say stuff like, I stopped when this happened. I stopped when this happened. I take the good with the bad with Doctor Who because it's like all the stuff I like. Stuff like Black Mirror and Inside Number 9 and those shows like Doctor Who and those shows that have like a different story in every episode. You're going to get some shit ones. Or there might be a showrunner that runs the show for 4 years that you don't really like. Or the main actor or actress might not be your favourite, but I don't know. I think people are too ready to kind of declare the show dead because they didn't like it that much. It jumped the shark. You know, these kind of YouTube commentary videos that's like, you know, this is when Doctor Who died. It's when Mickey fell into a plastic bin and it burped. And it's like, sure, whatever. Whatever, you grumpy old man babies. I mean, I've always said, I'm not going to, you know, talk about Doctor Who too much because we do it all the time, don't we? But I guess there might be people who haven't heard my big rant about Doctor Who. It's quite quick, you know. All I say is I really liked Peter Capaldi. I just think the stories weren't dark enough for him because he wasn't really a goofy Doctor Who, was he? He was kind of a fantastically kind of scary-looking, more gothic Doctor Who. And he could have done with some more serious stories, I think. When is BBC Sherlock coming back? I don't know. I've not even heard anything about that. I don't think I've actually watched it all. I've not watched all of Series 4. A lot of people go on about it not being that good, so maybe I just didn't go with it. I'm so tired. I'm like, it's actually quite comfortable to talk with my eyes closed. Hey guys, welcome to the show. I don't know if I'm going to do some video gaming after this. How's your night going? Oh, I read that, didn't I? Let's have a look. Justine G. Did Logan make you cry? It made me cry. I don't think it did, no. I know why it should have made me cry, but I wasn't that bothered. It was a very good film, though. It was nice to see a superhero film that kind of looked very different, didn't it? It was very... I might have cried, actually. Can't remember. I don't want to spoil it by describing the end, but I think I did. Although it might have been one of those films where sometimes I can make myself cry thinking about something else about the film. Do you know what I mean? Like, the film has its sad moment, and I think, oh, that's okay, you know, you don't cry. And then you think about actually... You make up some stuff in your head about more story that could have been quite sad. I mean, a film shouldn't make you do that, right? But sometimes you just got to improvise. But sometimes I'm just maybe not in a crying mode. There's definitely stuff that's fucking... If I'm tired, I'll cry at anything. I cried just now at an episode of Rich House, Poor House on Channel 5. It's this story where a rich family and a poor family swap houses, and the rich family is like, oh my god, how can they live like this? And the poor family is like, oh my god, I'm going to have to go back to my poor house. Made me cry. But that's because I'm tired. And then afterwards, it was The Secret Life of Kittens. Channel 5 is great. Channel 5 is like it's like a YouTube page. What did you get your mother for Mother's Day? It's not happened yet. Are you an American? You have it on different days, don't you? Mother's Day. It's in April, isn't it? I better check. Oh no, it's the 11th, isn't it? Mother's Day, UK. Sunday the 11th of March. Oh, when's Easter? Easter, UK. Sunday the 1st of April, of course it is. Better buy some eggs. Yeah, it hasn't happened in America either. I was at work. What did I miss? Says Mathilda Nombo. Am I saying your name right? Can't be Mathilda Nombo. Mathilda Nombo. Sorry if that is actually how you say your name and I've just taken the piss out of you. You haven't missed anything. I love it sometimes when some of you are like, oh my god, are you saving these live shows? Where can I watch it? Where can I catch up? Try looking through my bin. Oh no, I'm stuck in another dimension, says Chubba Woodbot. Well, look around, it might be better than this one. I know CERN, the scientists at CERN are moving a lot of universes around because, I don't know, I think they're all drunk. But if you feel like you've moved into a different universe, make sure you check first before you start trying to get back. Because, you know, you might be in one where fucking, you know, there isn't school shootings and fucking bad sequels. Have you seen the Emoji movie yet? Exactly, this is what I'm saying. If you wake up and you feel like, I feel like I'm in a different universe, just Google the Emoji Movie, and if it doesn't come up, then I say stick with it. Have you seen the Emoji Movie? I haven't actually. I don't know. I don't think I ever will. I mean, it might be one of those. It might be one of those things that my sister watches on Netflix, and I'll watch a bit of it. I'm sure it's not that bad. Obviously, it's the idea of it is bad, isn't it? The idea of it kind of sounds like this is the last films before the apocalypse. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the future there. I'm thinking about a future world where they look back on our history, and they're trying to work out why the apocalypse happens in 2020, like World War III in 2020. And they look at the last films running up to that, and they would kind of go, yeah, that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like I'm trying to backwards engineer the World War III. Because think about it, if a civilization starts pumping out films about phone symbols, it might be time for a World War III. We need to make it 2022. Why do you say that, Colby Davis? Have you got an exam? I've got an exam. Something big is going to happen in 2019, and then the big war is going to be in 2020. Apparently. I graduate in 2020. There better not be no war. Blech. I can't wait for the tens to be over. I didn't see your name there. I can't wait for the tens to be over. I always find it quite weird when people say stuff like that. I can't wait for the tens to be over. I can't wait for this year to be over. I can't wait for this week to be over. There's literally no difference between the tens being over and the 20s starting. Or are we in the tens? Shouldn't we be the teens? Are we in the teens? I don't know. No one really has a good answer for that, do they? The 70s, 80s, 90s, noughties, I think they say. Noughties. And then, yeah, maybe it is the tens then. The tens. And then the 20s. Yeah, of course, yeah. Maybe. The tens. It doesn't sound right, does it? But, you know, this year will be exactly the same as next year. Guest people, absolutely not. Sassy Soda says penguins, the chocolate or the animal? Oh, you want me to decide between a chocolate biscuit and a creature of earth? For what reason? Am I saving one? Eating one? You know, I need more to go on there. I mean, I'd rather have right now a penguin biscuit than a live fucking penguin in my bedroom. Just looking around, just moving around my bedroom like some kind of curious thing, trying to get in my bed, trying to touch things. I think currently right now, you know, I've finished a long day at work. I want to sit down. I might watch some 4OD, and I don't really want a penguin in here. Some vicious penguin. I'd rather have a chocolate biscuit, thank you, Sassy Soda, if it's quite alright with you. Shit. It is close enough, says Mathilda Nombo. So, I think I'm going to call you Mathilda from now on. It's quite good, actually, Mathilda. There's a Tom Scar reference in Emoji Movie. Are you sure? Are you really sure? I mean, actually, it makes sense, doesn't it? Tom Scar reference Emoji Movie. Is it something like where somebody shouts, I like trains? AS Astav movie in the Emoji Movie. Spoilers.
What's going on, guys? BB8 here, and today we're gonna talk about the Emoji Movie. Basically,
whose little brother is this?
Out an Easter egg. Warning: this may contain spoilers.
Okay, so this video may contain spoilers for the Emoji Movie. Okay, so if any of you are really looking forward to the Emoji movie, unsubscribe from me.
If you haven't seen the movie, click away. And basically, I've spotted an Easter egg.
I've spotted an Easter egg?
We're going into the YouTube section. I've spotted an Easter egg. And if any of you guys knew, the I Like Trains scene from ASDF the movie was playing in the background. If you spot it, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and turn your notifications on. And finally, tell me that you're subscribed.
That's a fantastic way to end a YouTube video. Let's listen to that again.
Playing in the background. If you spot it, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and turn your notifications on. And finally, tell me that you're subscribed.
Fucking hell. Turn your notifications on and tell me now that you've subscribed. Fucking come on. I need to listen to that again. I think I might contact this kid and say, can I just, because I'm never able at the end of a video to kind of ask people to click on stuff, because it's like they'll click on it if they want to, but I'm definitely, I want to use this as like my final. Where does it start? I might use this.
Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and turn your notifications on. And finally, tell me that you're subscribed. What's going on, guys?
I could just imagine as soon as he turned his camera off, he was like, gosh! Tell me now you've subscribed. Guys, in the comments, tell me now you're following me on YouNow. Tell me now. Are you following me? Tell me now you're following me. Tell me now. Tell me now. Are you following me? Are you fanning me? Have you subbed me? Have you tweeted me? Have you atted me? Tell me now. God. Fuck. I spent all day on this video. By the way, that video is literally just a picture of the Emoji movie with some voiceover talking about an Easter egg. Bless him. How many subscribers has he got? His channel's called BB8 Obsessed 13. He's gonna go far. I'm saying all this now, but one day I'll be at fucking VidCon, 58 years old, and this guy will be on stage, the main stage, BB8 Obsessed 13. Get off the main stage, you little prick! I remember when me and Dodie did a duet with ukuleles on the main stage, and now it's kids. I can only hear screaming next door. Not like live screaming. It sounds like they're watching a horrible, horrible film. Fave Edgar Wright movie for science. I'm not sure really. I think I might have gotten over Edgar Wright a little bit. Now that I've grown up a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's very kinetic filmmaking, but then... I mean, I still think he's like one of the best, but I just mean, I don't think I'm... What's his new one? He's got a new film called Shadows. I did watch Ant-Man recently for our family's movie night, and it's written by him and Joe Cornish, who I also like. But he didn't direct it, did he? Which is a shame, because I feel like that was what was missing from Ant-Man, a bit of editing. So he's got a new film coming out in 2019 called Shadows, but it says it's written by David Walliams and Edgar Wright. Let me have a look what that is. David Walliams. Shadows. Doesn't sound like a comedy. Edgar Wright and David Walliams animated film in limbo. Edgar Wright heads for a DreamWorks animated Shadows project. Edgar Wright and David Walliams unite for animated movie about what? Based on the concept of shadows for DreamWorks animation. That could be good. But yeah, I mean, probably like Shaun of the Dead still. And I really like Hot Fuzz. I really like The World's End as well. And Baby Driver was brilliant. Baby Driver was a lot better than I thought it would be. And I think maybe I was expecting Baby Driver to be a bit stupid, because, not stupid, but a bit like, obviously Edgar Wright's really famous for his directing style now. So, you know, I thought maybe it's going to be another film with like text on the screen, but it's actually really good. Your top fan, Arrogant Frog, is here. You alright? Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, I've come to watch your live show. Fuck off. Yeah, just get on with it. But what is everybody else's favourite, you know, Edgar Wright film? It's not really the best conversation, is it? Please stream on YouTube if you do game. No, Justine G. I do it on Twitch. I do it on Twitch, baby. Because I just do. I mean, I can do both. I think it's just nice to just grow kind of a new channel, if you get what I mean, like grow a new, it's a good challenge. How many followers? On Twitch I've got 4,679 followers. It's pretty fucking strong. You know. Obviously I don't get as many views than if I did it on Crabstickz too, but Twitch is fun. What the fuck is this? There's a safe on my face. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? 13,000 likes? What does that even mean? Do you know what I mean? How can I even comprehend that? But thank you. Although that's come from AS1293, which makes me think it, and the avatar is just a black circle, makes me think it might be a Russian robot. Which is fine. I love the Russians. Especially if they give off fucking likes. Or it might be a lizard or something, like a lizard. Sometimes I worry that that's how websites could make people stay on the website. Unless you've left a comment. Have you left a comment proving that you're human? AS1293. Say something. Say something and I promise I won't make fun of you. It's like sometimes on Twitch, people will, sometimes you get a strange account sending you money. It happens a lot to, obviously, girls with big tits. And they'll get like 10,000, but that doesn't happen on other things like YouTube gaming, if you know what I mean. So, because YouTube is already kind of an established thing. Sometimes I think maybe it's, I don't know, I think you get what I'm trying to say. Because, I mean, something like Twitch, I don't think it advertises on TV or in cinemas and stuff, does it? Anyway. But, you know, he's not, or it could be a girl. Or maybe it's somebody who doesn't want to, you know, talk. But thank you for the likes anyway, even if you're a robot. Your cheeks are so red and soft. I get red cheeks if I lean on them like that. Go quite red. Maybe it's a robot with feelings. Oh, that would be great. Thank you, Beryl. Please stream on YouTube if you do games, says Justin G. And I said no. Although I think I will bounce back and forth, I think, because it's quite, you know, some people are just on YouTube, aren't they? Some people don't do Twitch. But, you know, I think the reason why I do it on YouTube would be to ask people to come to Twitch. Will you do more stuff with Mitchell Davis? I'd love to. But we are an entire country apart. I suppose it doesn't matter with the internet. We'll see. We'll see what the We'll see what happens with that. But Kiwi Burton, thank you. God bless you. Hello from Poland. It's nice to know people are watching in Poland. Such a beautiful country. Such a beautiful, beautiful country. Will you do more stuff with PJ? I mean, I'm sure we will, unless, you know, something happens, like there's a meteor that strikes the Earth. I am sure there'll be something else with me and PJ in it together. Especially if my phone gets hacked. I'm watching from Mexico. I don't understand what you're saying, says somebody who typed all that out in English. Do you watch anime? No, unfortunately. I've grown up. And it just doesn't work on me, you know? It's good to watch, I suppose. It's fun. I dip in and out, but it just doesn't work on me anymore. I don't watch it and get all excited. I just feel like I'm watching a cartoon with lots of shouting and bouncy titties. You've been on for 45 minutes. It's time to go now. No, it's usually an hour. I try to do an hour anyway. I think I tried to do an hour. Do I try to do an hour? I think I do. Come to Brazil. Come to Brazil. Hold on, if I click on this... Oh, I was going to say. I was clicking around on YouNow. I don't want to stop the stream, but it stopped me clicking. That's the best bits, mate. What were we just talking about? Do 2 hours. Piss off. Chris, I've missed you. So glad to see you again. Thanks, Gemma H. The H stands for howdy. Gemma Howdy. Come to Bristol. I'm not a fucking takeaway. I know everyone's like, come to the Netherlands, come to Bristol. Fuck off. I'll stay in my own house, thank you, while it's bloody blizzarding. And what are you even going to do when I get there? Am I going to travel all the way to Bristol and say, right, I'm here now, what do you want? Hello, I really like your videos. Bye. Now I've got to get back now. Bristol ain't far. How do you know? Might not be far for you. Don't come to Dublin. People knocked a Lidl down with a JCB to loot it because of the storm. What? That bullshit. Fake news. Fake news. Dublin Lidl. Oh, got it. Come up. Dublin Lidl attack. Dublin Lidl looted. Dublin Lidl JCB. Ooh. A mob of thieves have looted Lidl during a blizzard before demolishing the supermarket with a stolen digger. Dramatic footage appears to show thieves using a digger to tear open a Lidl store. More videos purportedly show looters rampaging through the shop in Dublin. Police arrived. Hold on, how do you do a Dublin accent? Dublin. 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 Hold on, let me try it. Let me put Dublin accent into... Because I don't want to do... It's not just Irish, is it?
What is your name? And yours?
Martin. Andrew.
And you're
Andrew.
originally from Dublin, right?
Yeah.
Dublin.
And what is your favourite place in Dublin? From all the cities.
What's your favourite place
What is
in
your
Dublin?
favourite place?
What is my favourite place in Dublin? That's a hard one.
That's a hard one. That's a hard
Right.
one. That's my favourite place in Dublin. That's my favourite place in Dublin. A mob of thieves has looted Lidl during the blizzard before demolishing the supermarket with a sword and digger. Can you believe it? Can you believe that? I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you now it's the truth. Dramatic footage appears to show the thieves using the digger to tear open a little store, like a big packet of crisps, I tell you. They just went at it. There was a blizzard that came from the east. And they opened it. They stole the digger and they opened the little store. They took the roof right off it like it was a packet of biscuits, I tell you. More videos purportedly show the looters rampaging through the shop in Dublin. Police arrived at the scene and were backed by soldiers in the blizzard conditions. Bastards. Fucking bastards. Can you believe that? They robbed the whole store and made away with £20 worth of goods. Dublin, you bastard. They took away with a fucking, like a packet of biscuits, I tell you now. I tell you what's a good, I don't know if it's actually set in Dublin, but what's the thing on BBC iPlayer? I want to say it's called Young Offenders. It's not called Young Offenders. What's it called? It's about two lads that are from, it's definitely Irish. Is it Young Offenders? I think it is, but I think maybe that's also like, Young Offenders cast. So Young Offenders is a fucking hilarious film. Is it Dublin? Two teenage boys from Cork steal bicycles and ride off on a quest to find it. Is Cork in Dublin? Somebody's going to know, aren't they? Is Cork in Dublin? Rebecca A seems to know what she's talking about. Rebecca A, can you tell me it's Cork? No, it's not. It's not. So, where is Young Offenders set? Well, Cork. Cork is in Ireland. It sounds quite Dublin-y, though, it's not in Dublin. It's not in Dublin. But, Young Offenders was a brilliant fucking film, absolutely hilarious, and then they've turned it into a TV show, which is unusual. Usually it's a TV show and then a film, isn't it? But Young Offenders is now a TV show on BBC iPlayer, and it's fucking great. It's really, really good. It's actually a comedy that I find funny, which is rare. But that accent was just reminding me of it. Dublin.
Oh, that's nice. That's near the airport.
Yeah, no,
I like. Witness the most Irish accent ever.
Gardaí in County Kerry are investigating the theft of up to 60 sheep on Mount Brandon.
I like that. I'm just watching a newscast. There's been some sheep that's been stolen. Welcome to Sky News Dublin. I'm probably being quite racist, but I love it. There's been some sheep that's been stolen up by Craggy Island, and there's some more news there. We've got Tom out there now. Tom, can you tell us more about the sheep? What sheep? They've gone. They've all gone.
Kerry are investigating the theft of up to 60 sheep on Mount Brandon. One of the farmers is offering a reward for information leading to the return of the ewes, which are worth thousands of euro.
Thousands of euro.
Well, then find them.
And now it's cut to the farmer.
So I didn't own them in. And you want them saved, find them.
Last Saturday, Mikey Joe O'Shea brought his flock of Scotch sheep down from the mountain commonage ahead of lambing. He discovered over 50 were missing. Allowing for a number of deaths and strays, Mikey is convinced over 45 sheep have been stolen.
Plus about a night, there'd be a full moon there about a night, and it'd be bright out, and there could anyone go up in the mountains about a night, sure. Well, there was 45 sheep missing, like, in the lambs and everything, the sheep, just count out a nice bit of money, like. Can be done about it, nothing.
I can't tell what he's saying. Oh, hold on. He's talking about his missing sheep.
There was 45 sheep missing, like.
That's 45 sheep are missing.
In the lambs and everything, the sheep, just count out a nice bit of money, like.
Maybe, like, comes to a nice bit of money.
Can be done about it, nothing.
Beating about or nothing?
So what? You do what?
Mikey's next door neighbour.
Mikey's next door neighbour.
Bert says some of his sheep have also been stolen.
Come back, come back, come back. I'm missing about 10 ewes. It's not all that difficult. All I got to do is have a good dog.
It doesn't really help. Like the idea of this news segment is to try and help him find his sheep. But when he describes the sheep, you can't tell what he's saying. If everybody knows where my sheep is, you just got to, they're about this big, and one big fish, and you got to make sure that you got, because it might be out there now over the mountain. I mean, it was light out. It was very light out. I kind of don't know how you get up there and how you get down with the sheep. But if you've got any more information, do let me know. You still need to open a P.O. box so I can send you BTS albums. No. Why is everyone obsessed with BTS? Sounds like a fucking bowel movement. BTS members. BTS news. Let's see what's happening with this random fucking band that's got about fucking 20 kids in it. BTS J-Hope finally releases a solo mixtape. Oh, thank you, Lord. I have been waiting. Thank you. BTS's fan army strategizes upon release of J-Hope's album. Shit. BTS reveal how they used to practice dance move for over 10 hours a day. Probably because they were forced to by their horrendous fucking management that they have there. You do realise that? I mean, has there ever been a documentary about that? You know how everyone loves BTS and all the, they're so good, and then everyone's going to love the next band or the next band. Like, some of them fucking commit suicide, don't they? Over the horrendous fucking... Like, isn't it, you know how we talk about manufactured bands, and what we mean is, they were put together on, fucking Britain's Got Talent or whatever. But in Korea and Japan and shit, it's like, it's pretty fucking intense. Like, they're trained from children to do everything, like act, sing, dance. And, like, if they're not good at one of them, they can fuck off and die. Like, it's like, imagine, pop being an army, like a fucking militarized pop. And I'm going to leave it there tonight. And all of you that love it and buy it and click on it, you're actually adding to that. It's like being a vegetarian, If you don't want those animals to be brutally killed, stop eating their bacon sandwich. But what can you do? It's a bit of coincidence as well that they're all attractive, isn't it? That's a bit weird. Have you ever noticed that? Has anybody ever noticed that every single pop singer and famous actor is really attractive? I don't know if anyone's put the fucking things together. I'm going to have to dip out. Thanks for streaming, says Suppy B95. I like that. I'm just going to dip out now. That's me done. I'm sorry, I can't take any more of that. I'm out. I'm gone. I'm away. Fuck it. I'm just going to nip out, okay? I hope the rest of your stream goes alright. But if you need to stop, stop. You push yourselves too much, man. What do those post-it notes say? It's just a reminder to, keep going, stay alive, stay strong. I think I might do a video of what those post-it notes are, because it's absolutely fucking bonkers. I can't. Their company is one of the better ones, says Justine G. I like that. It's one of the better ones. They're free-range K-pop stars. They're allowed to run around. Plastic surgery is huge in Korea, that's why. Yeah, that's not good, is it? I think sometimes there's a little bit of a strange... I mean, my little sister's into Japanese anime and all this kind of stuff, and I really want sushi. I wish my lunchbox was sushi. And you do. I think there's always a point in your life. Thank you, not Julia. When you become a bit obsessed with Japanese culture, and sometimes I worry that I think it is just a country like everywhere else that has quite a lot of problems. Like, bullying is quite high in their school. There's a lot of suicide. A lot of racism. Have you ever done that thing where, I don't know why I was wondering on it, but you know how a lot of people are like, oh my god, I really just want to go teach English in Japan and really take in the culture? And there's loads of videos on YouTube about like teachers that go over to teach English and they fucking hate it because it's a little bit racist. That it's kind of a little bit creepy and a bit sexist and misogynistic. You know, I think people have just seen My Neighborhood Totoro, or whatever it's called, or Spirited Away, and think, yes, I need to live in Japan. Japan is my spirit. It's where I was supposed to be. Try a New Zealand accent, says Random Turtle. Random Turtle. Not turtle, is it? Turtle. Can't say turtle in New Zealand. New Zealand. New Zealand. I just got a load of my sheep have just gone missing up on that mountain top. There's a load of sheep on top of my mountain. Mountain, that's not right. There's a load of sheep just up there on top of my mountain. Mountain? That doesn't sound right, does it, at all? I don't know what's happened, but a load of my sheep have gone missing, and some sheep have appeared on top of my mountain that they've got the wrong type of fur, and we had them DNA tested, and they're from fucking Dublin. That's right. Scientists at CERN. Moving sheep around. But Chris, you have Japanese text on your merch. Well, that's to kind of... It's if things don't work out in England. I'm trying to reach... I'm like a Transformers movie. I'm trying to kind of, you know, please the Chinese market. I'm trying to please the Chinese market by putting Japanese text on my t-shirts. They love that shit. Japan, China, they fucking love each other. Destroy them all, I say. Okay, alright mate. But it's time to end the show. I don't want to go over now, that's bonkers. That's longer than a fucking TV show. Oh god. But thanks for watching the live stream. It was nice to see you. I think I'll probably go play some video games, maybe some GTA, maybe some Fortnite next on Twitch. I don't know if you're going to be on there for long, but if you follow me on the there, it's called Crabstickz boy. I should know much for you. And make sure you follow me on Twitter as well, because I'm going to be on Twitter. We'll make lots of tweets. At chriskendall.com, just something /for www or something like that. But, you know, and I'm going to be on YouTube. With my lots of videos, like, my girlfriend does my makeup. I'm going to make my girlfriend do my makeup and stuff like that. And it's going to be a right laugh, and, you know, it's going to be on all kinds of stuff, but you can catch me on YouNow. I'll be on there. I might be even on Tumblr. If you ever go on Tumblr, you may have a good time on that. So, I'll see you later. Alright, see you later. And if you see my sheep, just let me know. Because I've missed some of my sheep. I didn't kill them. I didn't kill my sheep. I didn't do it.